User-created mods in Age of Empires 2 have been an integral part of the game for quite some time now. So much so that some of the best mods have been integrated into the game by the developers. If you want a cleaner game, a slight edge over your opponent, and just a better Age of Empires experience, get these 10 essential mods. Let's jump into it. Let's start with the one that everyone uses, even the most mod-resistant pros, and that is small trees. This one in particular has a few selected types of trees that usually fit the ambient, and they have a nice shadow on the grid beneath the tree, so you can easily tell on what tile the tree is. Without this mod, I think competitive play would not be possible. How can you tell which one is a tree that you can cut and which one is useless bush? Well, this is where the useless plant remover comes in. This makes the game much cleaner without killing the ambient. If you ever had issues spotting fish or clicking on them, this one fixes that for you. Fish borders makes it easier to spot and to click on the fish. Another beautiful mod from Man, this one makes the Relic bigger and easier to spot with the added star on top of it. This is especially useful when the Relic is behind buildings or in between buildings. The next mod is very eye-opening, especially for new to Age of Empires, because it displays information that is usually hidden from you in the game. We are talking about different damage bonuses, exact numbers for movement speed, for armor, for hidden armor. Improved extended tooltips is a must if you want to understand this game at a deeper level. It also gives you exact hints on how to use the unit effectively, much better than the in-game tooltips. For example, if you're new and never used this, you probably didn't know that Thumb Ring gave 18% fire rate to archers. With this mod, you'll never have to click on a building foundation again to find out which building it is before it's fully built. Building foundation label not only looks great, but each foundation has an icon displayed. Even if you only catch a glimpse of the foundation, you'll be able to know which building it was. This one gives you an edge in the game. So far, the mods that we've seen are considered universally good and useful, and most people are going to be using them. But now we're getting into the personal preference area. But mind you, the next two that I'm going to show you are arguably the best way to get a competitive edge in Age of Empires 2. And these two mods address a lot of different issues all at once when it comes to the default Age of Empires UI. Here's a few problems. The resource and production tabs being on the top left and the minimap being on the bottom right is not the most efficient layout. The minimap is rather tiny too. The worker count per resource is pretty small. The idle villager icon is rather unnoticeable, and there's a whole bar on the top and the top right that doesn't really do much. This is where the maximum advantage UI mod comes in combination with the better resource panel and idle villager icon. These mods together address all of these problems all at once. And the result is that the top bar is completely removed. Most of the things are placed on the bottom, in the middle of the screen, all in one place. When we take a glimpse at your resources and production, you can also see the minimap right next to it and the current unit selection as well. The minimap is significantly bigger too, which is a huge plus in competitive play. Because you miss out on the info on some sneaky villagers, you're going to lose the game. Now, there are some slight issues with the maximum advantage one, where I had to go and make my own version of it to be able to integrate the better resource panels correctly, for example. So if you want to download my version, which has quite a few things improved overall, head over to the mods, browse mods tab in the game and just type in sprEEEzy. You'll be able to find them there. This mod will take some time to get used to, but it's definitely worth it, guys, and I recommend you check it out, you try it. This one again will give you a competitive edge, a slight edge, a tiny one. This won't boost you 200 elo right away. No mod will. Talking about slight edges, this next one will make your minimap look a little bit better. It makes the terrain darker, resulting in more contrast between player colors, the terrain, and the resources. The dark gray player is now light gray, meaning he's visible on all maps. It's also more distinguishable from the fog of war. Yellow and orange players sometimes cause you issues on Arabia, for example. Here, there's no problem. Also, nice bonus is that animals, gold, and stone are much easier to see with this map. You know, when you're in a rush when you're playing a game, you cannot pay attention to small details, so everything has to be completely distinguishable, and this is where this mod comes in. I've also slightly improved this mod by making this stone a little bit lighter, because the default one is a little bit too dark for my taste. And one nice thing about this mod you can actually see the details of hills on the minimap, which is something that I never noticed on the default one. And we come to the last one, and this one is most likely the most controversial one, and a lot of new players use it, pros do not use it, and it's called idle villager pointer. All it does is it puts an exclamation mark above an idle villager's head, so you notice it. That's it. There are two mods that are pretty similar. You can use either one of those, but this mod is more of a new player thing than anything else. That's it for the video, guys. Hope you found it useful. Maybe you learned something new. If you have any other recommendations, post them in the comments below. Come by my stream. I'm trying to stream a lot of Age of Empires, and that is it. See you in the next one.